So what happens if you take 7 of the best TSS turkey hunting loads on the market and shoot them at paper and ballistics gel at the ridiculous range of 100 yards? Well, today's the day to find out. Carlson's gave me the choke tube used in this video, Mossberg gave me the shotgun, Holosun gave me the red dot, Bosch shot shells gave me ammunition. I bought the Apex, but they have given me ammo in the past. I bought the Herters, but they are owned by Cabela's, and I used to be a Cabela's affiliate when this video was first recorded. George here with the New Hunter's Guide YouTube channel and podcast. I'm a regular hunter who just so happens to have a PhD and a low tolerance for marketing hype, trying to help people figure out what really works. And today the question has come up, and guys, as always, if you have a question, let me know down below in the comments, even if it's crazy. What happens with TSS ammo, particularly number 9s, at 100 yards? A ridiculous test, a ridiculous question, but one that we are still going to answer. Now, I can already feel people descending into the flames of the comments down below, and that is just fine. But people are going to say, George, why would you make this video? Why are you encouraging people to shoot turkeys at 100 yards? You are killing our sport. You are everything that's wrong with turkey hunting. Blah, blah, blah. Well, guys, I am not encouraging anybody to shoot turkeys at 100 yards. In fact, I think probably the only people that would be encouraged to do that after watching this video are the ones who do not watch into the end. I just have a hunch, having done some long-range testing in the past. But I firmly believe that we need to test the limits of our equipment and our ammunition. We want to know what it's really capable of doing. Now, I've seen some ridiculous stuff posted on Facebook, in YouTube comments, and there are people out there saying stuff like, well, I crush turkeys all the time at 100 yards. Just crush them with TSS number 9s. And I want to say, no, I don't think so. But that would just be one more useless opinion on the internet. I want to put some data to the table on this. So we're going to shoot some TSS at some paper, and if we hit any of that paper, we will also shoot it at some ballistics gel and hope we can hit that ballistics gel and see what the truth really is. Let's go ahead and meet our ammunition. Right here, I've got some Federal number 9s TSS. After that, I've got some HEVI number 9 TSS. After that, we've got some Apex number 9 TSS. Then after that, we've got our Fiocchi Golden Turkey TSS. After that, we've got right here our Remington TSS. Then our Herter's TSS, followed by our Boss Tom TSS. I'll put the specs on all of these right here. I did a video recently shooting all of these at sane ranges, all right, that I will link to at the end here. And in that video, I tell you where all of these different loads came from. And thank you very much to those who sent in ammunition. But here you can see what all of these different ammos are made out of. Now, one of the most controversial points, what choke tube are we going to be using for this test? How do you do something crazy like this? Well, there's a lot of ways you could do it. The way we're going to do it today is with this choke tube right here. This is our Carlson's turkey choke, .670. It is officially branded and marketed as Turkey. That's it. No other words, no other brands, no fancy marketing, no fancy constriction, no bells, whistles, or ports, just their regular, general, middle-of-the-road, average turkey choke tube. What happens if the average turkey hunter with the average gun and the average choke tube sees a tom out at a ridiculously long range and wants to take a poke at them? So we're going to use your average choke tube. We're going to put it on my Mossberg 940 Pro Turkey with its 24-inch barrel, topped with a Holosun 507K red dot, and try to see if we can get to the bottom of this. All right, let's head down to the range and see what we can learn. I've got the Carlsons loaded up here on the Mossberg, and I don't know if you guys can even see those targets back there at the 100-yard mark. Wow, they are far and they are tiny. Now, I know from having shot some long-range tests before, I need to aim higher than the turkey's neck. Usually when you're shooting at long range like this, I'm aiming at the top of the paper, maybe a foot or foot and a half above the turkey's head. All right, we're gonna lead off first here with the Federal Premium TSS. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and put the HEVI Shot in behind it. We'll do 2 in a row just to make this a little simpler. All right, next up we've got the Apex TSS, and then right behind that we are gonna go have with our Fiocchi. All right, let's do the next 2. All right, let's go swap out these targets and we'll shoot the next 3. I will tell you what, if this video is anything, it is a lot of walking. All right, we got the Remington and we got the target set up again at the 100-yard line. Next, we've got the Herters. And last but not least, the heaviest load on the board, the Boss. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at these targets. All right, guys, we got some good news. We hit the paper. Yeah, I don't think we did a whole lot more than that, but we got pellets on paper. Let's take a look here. I'm gonna breeze through these pretty quick. You guys, of course, can pause, rewind, do whatever you need to do, and then I'm gonna count them all at the end. All right, let's go. The Federal. Yeah, we might have actually killed a turkey. 1 pellet. The HEVI Shot. Ugh, probably not dead. The Apex. Now actually, look at this. Dead, 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 dead. We may have killed a turkey with the Apex. The Fiocchi. Look at this. Lucky shot, lucky shot, lucky shot. The Herters. Not great, but yeah, maybe 1 in the brain. The Remington. Maybe 1 lucky pellet. And then the Boss. Not great. Looks like just barely, maybe, sorta, almost killed it. All right, guys. Now, those people who say, hey, George, you just need 1 pellet. 1 pellet can do the job. You're probably raising your hands and cheering right now going, yeah, 1 pellet killed most of these turkeys. Well, 1, that is a terrible strategy. All right. 2, we really don't know because we don't know how much penetration we have with this ammo at this range. So we're gonna set up some ballistics gel. Now, it looks to me like the Apex is probably the best one on the board, so we're gonna fire that one at 100 yards at some ballistics gel. We'll throw another $15 downrange, and then we'll try to find out, can we actually kill these turkeys even if we hit them? All right, let's go ahead and set that up. All right, I've got the ballistics gel set way up there in the stratosphere. Whew, got the Apex loaded up right here, and let's go ahead and see if we can put some pellets in it. All right, let's go take a look. And we hit the ballistics gel too. Yes! We got a whopping 3 pellets that hit the ballistics gel, but the results are very consistent. Let's go ahead and take a look here. I don't know if you guys can see them or not. From left to right, they're barely visible. And this one's just sitting on top of the gel right there. I can just, oop, it's gone. But right there, right there. So my eyeball says that's right about 1/2 of an inch. But we're gonna measure it, crunch all the numbers, get back to you with a chart in just a moment. Well, the counting on this particular test was actually much easier. You guys could see why. Although I must say we got more pellets on the paper than I honestly was expecting we would get. Look at this data right here in the chart. All right, the Federal, 20 pellets. The HEVI, 17 pellets. The Apex, 46 pellets. The Fiocchi, 44. The Remington, 23. The Herter's turkey, 16. And then the Boss Tom, 21. Now the question is, how many pellets do you need in a 10-inch circle to kill a turkey? Well, my rule of thumb is 100 pellets. Less than that, and I don't think you're going to be able to reliably and consistently kill a turkey. However, some of these we did see did get hits in the vital area. So, are these able to kill the turkey? Let's look at this ballistics gel data right here, guys. I did the measuring. 0.58 inches of ballistics gel penetration. Now, how much ballistics gel penetration do you need to kill a turkey? Well, the collective rule of thumb is somewhere between 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches of ballistics gel penetration. And we got 1/2 inch. All right, guys, some of the pellets, I do believe, from what I saw sitting on top of the ballistics gel, hit the gel and bounced off of it. Okay? Now you might say, well, George, maybe the ballistics gel was really cold because it was a cold day. Well, actually, I kept the gel warm in my car until it was time to shoot, all right? Not even remotely close to enough ballistics gel penetration to kill a turkey. I do believe you would probably have a lot of pellets bounce off the turkey's head. Some would penetrate the skin. You are not getting through bone. Not neck bones, not skull bones. I think your odds of one of these pellets somehow killing a turkey are slim to none, even if you can put the pellets on the turkey. For those who say, I'm crushing turkeys at 100 yards with my number, no, you're not. You're just not. It's just obvious from this data. You're absolutely not doing it. That is not happening. That is ridiculous. You should not ever attempt to take a long shot like this. Do not do it. Now, if you want to see what these loads will do at regular ranges, go ahead and check out this video right here where I tested them at 50 yards, and check out this video right here to find out the biggest lie in turkey hunting. Thank you guys so much for watching. Till next time, God bless you, and go get them in the woods.